Hi everyone. So today we are going to talk about beyond the code AI careers. There are quite a lot of things that we look up to, and there are a lot of problem solvers everywhere. But how do we go beyond the code and look at how we can make impact? And today, this is what we are talking about. The future of AI belongs to problem solvers and creative thinkers. So this is what I will be talking about throughout the session. So, what does it mean in terms of the real power of AI solving human problems? We tend to look at three things, which is the technology. We have to make sure to look at technology as just a tool, and problem solving, we can use technology to be a tool in that sense. So we shouldn't look at technology as being the solution, but we should look at it as being the tool in order to help us solve that problem. And the next thing is empathy and deep understanding to help us thrive in successful AI products. I believe empathy is something that has been lost lately. We, if you are one that is much more logical in decision making, you tend to have a little bit of less empathy. So this is one thing that we need to actually take note of. And the third thing is businesses pay for solutions, not for lines of code. And this is very, very true because people are actually looking for solution to their problems. They don't they don't need you to come and explain what the lines of codes are doing. They don't need you to come and explain what is not working on your code. And if they need you to come and talk about the solution, you tend to open your VS Code and be showing lines of codes. I don't think this is something that they are interested in. They are interested in giving them solution to their problem. More or less, it wouldn't be lines of code. It could be a PowerPoint presentation about how you are going to solve that problem. It could be the threshold or where exactly you have reached in terms of your solution, not necessarily showing them a bunch of codes. So again, a lot has actually changed from years back to today because of the inception of artificial intelligence. A lot of things have actually happened, and there are a lot of people who are non-technical but want to actually understand how AI works and what is in there for them. And this is three things that I want you to take note of, which is first the architecture. In terms of architecture, what does it entail? Designing secure and trustworthy AI environment. We look at ethics. Ethics is quite important now because we have laid back a little bit with ethics, and this is because ethics is somehow it depends on where and how we define ethics, but as humans in general sense, ethics is very, very important, which should always align with humans and our societal values. And just like I said, each and every environment or places have quite different societal values. When we look at it from an African perspective, there are certain things that is not accepted in the African concepts. And when you look at probably the European side, there are certain things that is also accepted and not accepted. So ethics can be quite crucial, or but we need to actually embed them. Then the third thing is integration, and we have to look at how we can actually connect AI to our real world, and also look at how we can merge the two so that it would be beneficial to our business group. So beyond, how are we looking at the privacy first architecture? So privacy is something that is quite important. Um, we have we have, as AI is evolving, privacy is also becoming very crucial because most of these large language models are actually saving up these images or the context that you share to them. And just like I've always said, make sure not to share your private information into public models. Public models, in that everybody is using that particular model. Make sure not to put in your information. A typical example could be a background removal. You see, so sometimes people can be at crucial places, or they just upload their images for it to remove background. In this sense, it's very harmless, but what are the background information in that particular image? It could be very crucial. Someone could use that image to do things that is not needed. So we need to have guidance of data trust, and this is what I have shared down there, which is design secure trust-based AI systems without touching underlying code, bridge the gap between regulatory compliance and user experience. And the third thing is protect user data privacy as a core business asset. So again, we look at AI ethics officer. When we talk about someone who is an AI ethics officer, what are the things that the person has to take note of, or what the person is currently doing, and which is he or she ensures AI models have fairly and avoid based decision making avoid biased decision making, build transparent systems that users can understand and trust, and establish guidelines for responsible and sustainable AI use. So the collaboration designer, all he or she does is to optimize the workflow between human employees and AI agents, design intuitive interfaces that make AI tools accessible to all, and more or less increase team productivity by automating repetitive tasks. So what does the business instigator do? He or she identify business inefficiencies and kind of match them with AI solutions. And the second thing is they usually deploy no code and low code items. They then drive human business value without relying on developer teams. So we now look at creativity. Creativity is actually your superpower in the era of AI because everybody is prompting, everybody is making sure AI brings in. So in terms of that, it then makes everybody's ideas look similar, everybody's concepts look the same. So if you're able to bring something different, you're able to bring something authentic, you tend to become a superpower. And this quote is, AI can generate content, but humans provide original vision and intent. Creative direction is more valuable than manual execution. And this is what I have been talking about. So the next slide talks about focus on the problem, not the syntax. And again, we need to focus on the problem. I remember I was talking with a colleague about how these AI models are tools, no, not necessarily the solution, but you use those tools to help you in solving a problem. And this slide m- makes justice to it. So it's made mention that we should take note that syntax is temporal. We have to also learn to ask the right questions, especially your prompting is very important. Then we need to also master the art of prompting. So this is a little bit of roadmap in terms of launching your career in 2026, AI career specific. And the first part is to build and iterate. As I've always told my mentees that you need to have projects. People need to actually know what you have been doing. So if it's a free no code tool, if it's a low code tool, just use it. Have evidence of you being able to use those particular tools and bring out wonderful outputs. It doesn't necessarily have to be in perfect shape. You need to have evidence. Then the second thing is deepen your domain. You need to actually deepen your domain. What's in terms of if you say you are an AI engineer, what are you actually good at? Is it computer vision? If it's computer vision, what specific? Is it 3D models? Is it images? Is it videos that you are good at? You need to actually deepen your domain in that perspective. Then the third thing is you need to scale brand, share your learning publicly to build a strong personal brand. Just like I said, you need to have evidence of your work. You need to actually show what you have been doing, and that's in its aspect helps you to build your personal brand. So this is all I have for you today. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. You can subscribe to this video so that I would be sharing more and more in terms of what you can benefit from, and we are building a community, guys. Bye.